Hi, hello. My name's Michael, and I'm going to be discussing today how we can utilize Amazon's FBM during Q4, but also just in general, how we can use it to help our account when we're getting things started, when we're optimizing, and we're trying to think of ways that we can keep sales consistent. So, some of the top advantages when you're using FBM is one, you have an FBM safety net. Other things that are really great advantages, you can do FBM bundles and variety packs, combat increased FBA fees, setting up a warehouse plan, but most importantly, staying in stock through the rest of Q4 and going into 2024 as well. Now, when you're thinking of FBM, you're probably wondering, but FBA is king, right? We need to have everything with a Prime badge. Absolutely agree with you on that. FBA is king. And in general, on Amazon, the platform, you want to be having a Prime badge at all times on your listings. But there's definitely some advantages FBM allows that you can use for your account to make sure that you're staying in stock, making sure that you're testing out new, um, you know, bundle sets and all these other things you can do on the account that really can kind of get kind of tricky with FBA. The first thing is doing an FBM safety net. So what do I mean by safety net, right? Is when you send inventory in through FBA, if you see an increase in sales velocity, right, you can quickly run out of inventory. Um, and the whole process to get inventory packaged, shipped, and sent into Amazon, have Amazon indexed all the inventory, put it into reserve, from reserved, move to available, can really take anywhere between 4 to 6 weeks or even more, depending if you're doing LTL versus small parcel. Uh, and that's something that during this crunch time in Q4, you don't really have the time to afford. So some top things you can do for a safety net is creating both an FBM SKU and an FBA SKU per ASIN. What happens is when an FBA SKU goes out of stock, the FBM SKU kicks in and the listing will stay up. This will allow you to maintain your product detail page ranking as well, which is very crucial because when your product goes out of stock, competitors are getting those sales and are increasing their rank due to their sales velocity increasing because your product's out of stock. But please note though, as soon as the FBA listing does go out of stock and the FBM SKU kicks in, you will lose the Prime badge. It will not show any Prime eligibility for that product. But more important than the Prime badge is your product will still be available for purchase. It'll still be in stock. And most importantly, you won't lose any sales. You might see a decrease in sales velocity, but you still are going to be having that option available for for customers to purchase your product. FBM bundles and variety packs. Now, this is great when you want to test out new multi packs, or if you want to create 2 packs of an item that you have that's normally sold as a single. This is great for testing out. If you want to make sure that product A and product B are merged together, let's say, for example, a pomade and a beard oil, or having dog treats and dog toys together, for example. You want to create a bundle, but you want to make sure that this is something that buyers are going to want. You can do through FBM. This allows you to actually manually bundle together these items and send it out. And this is crucial because it prevents having your top selling products tied up in Amazon's FCs. If you only have a certain amount of inventory in your warehouse and you want to take your top selling product and create a bundle with it on Amazon, and you want it sold through Amazon FBA, you have to manually create those bundles, send it to Amazon's fulfillment centers. And let's say when you're getting the sales velocity built up on that, it might take some time to start selling. So instead of having your top seller be wrapped up in a bundle and sitting in Amazon's FC centers and having to avoid doing removal orders and paying extra fees or increasing Amazon advertising costs to try to boost sales velocity, start with FBM. Package it all together, see if you start seeing a demand. Once the demand increases, then you can convert that FBM SKU to an FBA SKU and then start sending in product as well. The ASIN will have the ranking, will have the sales history, or have a different sales history for the SKU. But most importantly, you have tested it, it's proven, and you'll be able to send more inventory in. Now, FBM bundles over a virtual bundle is definitely something that has more advantages. So when you create a virtual bundle, Amazon will package everything in the FCs for you. And that's great. The disadvantage of a virtual bundle is that there's no advertising. You can't do any form of extra pushing. The listing itself is actually shown below on the product detail page, kind of close to the middle. So really low visibility. It's great to have as a standing option, but if you really are wanting to test out two packs, I recommend doing an FBM because when you do an FBM bundle, you have to get a new UPC code, but that allows you a new ASIN. You're allowed to advertise that bundle, and if you do a two-step variant on the product detail page, you will actually see the two pack paired along with the one pack. So if your top seller is a pomade and you want to do a pomade and beard oil, you're able to have that child variant put onto the parents, and now you're able to show a two pack and a one pack, which really helps with increasing average order value. And more importantly, you get better visibility and you get a lot more exposure doing it through FBM for bundling over virtual bundles. Combat increased FBA fees. We all know that going into Q4 in Amazon, Amazon always increases their fees, right? Even if it's not Q4, Amazon finds a way to nitpick and get extra cost out of their sellers. So with doing an FBM products, you're not having to pay those extra shipping fees. And especially on products that have low margins that you really don't want to afford paying the extra fees. This is really, really great for those kind of items as well. Also, really great for larger size items, really big and heavy items, because FBA fees, shipping fees are all really determined based on the dimensions of the package, the weight of the package. So if you have a large item that you want to sell, but you don't really want to have a good chunk of the proceeds of the item going towards shipping, FBM is a great option. It gives you a lot more control on shipping carrier options as well. So it allows you to, if you have a partnership with UPS or FedEx or USPS, or if you just have a preferred shipping method, this gives you total control on that. And so I've had sellers who really like using UPS, but they like doing specifically ground, and allows for more and more control on that. Ultimately, it's really, really great on just cutting some extra costs on products that maybe don't have a ton of margin, especially if you're advertising those products. Setting up for success and staying in stock. The number one thing is you're probably wondering, okay, Michael, how do I do this? How do I take advantage of FBM? Well, with your warehouse, you definitely want to make sure you're fulfilling a plan, right? So the top two things when you're looking at your warehouse and your 3PL is make sure that you are stocking up on shipping supplies as well, because you as the seller will have to fulfill these orders, packaging them, sending them out to the buyers as well. The other really big advantage thing to keep in touch with is setting up your migration shipping template and handling time per product. These are two different things. The migration template is basically allowing you to choose what services can be purchased and the cost of those services. So if you need a $15 shipping fee for a very large item, you can set that as well. Or if they're smaller items and you want to offer prime level shipping, so it's free shipping, it's 2-day shipping, you can do this in the migration template. Handling time. This is really great to monitor during busy seasons. If your warehouse will be out of office, let's say Friday through Monday for a holiday, you can increase the handling time. So if someone orders their product on Wednesday, you can set the handling time to be 5 days, and then the expectancy to ship out that product will not be affected if you ship it out on Tuesday when the warehouse comes back in stock. This really helps with late shipment rate and really helps preventing any threats to deactivating your account. And overall, having the capabilities to fulfill seller fulfill orders will ensure you never run out of stock. I can't not stress that enough when kind of really wanting to push FBM. The whole advantage of FBM is making sure you're staying in stock at all times, through Christmas, through the start of the year, when you're testing new products. It just allows a lot of flexibility for sellers to be able to make sure that when they're testing out new products, new bundles, anything, most importantly, out of everything on Amazon, staying in stock is absolutely crucial. So I hope that this will allow you to rethink on how FBM is used on Amazon and really take advantage of this tool on Amazon, really using FBM to stay in stock and make sure that things are going smoothly for your business. Awesome. If you have any questions, please let us know via LinkedIn or email. Really appreciate the time, and thank you.